come out wherever you are. So let's go.
What's the real 607 Binghamton? Your source for Binghamton music. 100% real, raw, and uncensored.
What does Marcellus Wallace look like? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
What's the real 607 Binghamton? Your source for Binghamton music. 100% real, raw, and uncensored.
Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm the dude. Welcome to a special episode of What's Real 607 Binghamton, your source for Binghamton music. Tonight we have Freddy, Jimmy, and Greg of the UNiTERS. You're not Greg, you're Jimmy.
You're not Jimmy, you're Freddy.
Hey.
Hey guys,
Hey.
What's up?
And we have Ryan, their roadie, in here too. What's up, Ryan?
Woo!
Yeah, fuck yeah. Well, look, you guys, thanks for being on the show. We really appreciate it. It's totally fucking rad. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
No. Thank you.
Thank you from the innards of my pants.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
They can't see. We were just shaking hands, but earlier we crossed the streams.
So that's lies. He lies. I'm not a Ghostbuster. So, all right. So tell us about the UNiTERS. What made you guys want to name the band the UNiTERS? What's it mean?
Well, first of all, we were just trying to come up with a name for the band, so naturally we just chose the best name that there was. So sorry to those of you who don't have the chance to choose that name now. But we also... Fuck that, I'm not going to say that. Cut that part out. Alright, so when we started playing, we wanted to do more than just play gigs and make music, and so we thought it'd be cool to bring people together, not only to listen to the music, but also to encourage them, to take that opportunity to encourage them to do great things like uniting with each other, whether that's collecting clothing for people in your communities, or food, or putting a fundraiser together for something, or even just helping a woman down the street who can't take out her garbage or something, or
Just opening the door for somebody, being polite. Just treating people like human beings, you know.
If we just unite and stop being so greedy and so angry all the time, then I think things would be pretty decent, if you ask me.
If people stopped worrying about shit so much, they'd be able to feel like a human. What kind of issues have you guys ran into over the years, working the local scene and coming up and then, dealing with, searching for ways to make everything work?
Well, we've definitely had good experiences and we've had bad experiences. One thing is there's a lot of bands in the area, which is a great thing. We have lots of really talented bands and lots of venues and supportive people, but we do oversaturate the area, and it's tough when there are so many shows going on at night in such a small town. I mean, you're spreading people pretty thin. We have well under 100,000 people in this town. We probably have under 70,000. I don't even know. You could go Google that, how many people live in Binghamton, but
It's true, though.
There's so many venues and so many shows per night.
Well, it wasn't always like that. I'm thankful the way it is.
Oh, it's great.
People just toured more. That way, they could get out and they can come back, and there'd be less bands playing in around here.
I feel like I sound like I'm complaining.
No, man, I can hear that. I think that this place is going to continue on, getting bigger and better, and it's definitely going to be like music and art driven. And we'll probably luck out in a couple of different manufacturing ways. And one thing that definitely has always led in this town is its music and arts, and and its passion for that. There's no money in this town. There's no money anywhere anymore. So what's left? What do you live for? So yeah. So what would you guys like to have happen in the music scene as it grows?
I think that if we can consolidate a lot of the shows and get a couple of really great venues going and support for those places, I think that we can grow more, because it's so spread out right now and there's so much saturation of just shows all the time. I'm not telling bands to play less, but I think you should play less in Binghamton. I think you should get out of the town anyway so that other people will know that we have great music here, but ultimately keep playing here. Let's just make it more of a special thing. I mean, it's been quite some time since I said to myself, I want to play at this place, we just don't have that.
Well, you get used to playing all the places. That's the problem. It gets stale, and
you got to work with, coming up with creative ways to be able to get out and support a tour. Like, and everybody, goes, well, let's do merch, but.
Yeah. And you don't have to go far. You can go to Ithaca.
Yeah.
It's an hour away. Go an hour in the other direction too, just.
Yeah, but New York's all the same. That's the problem. It's just, it always gets cold. And that's how I feel when I'm playing here. I start to feel a little bit cold because it's like, I need something refreshing. I need to get
West
out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the West Coast.
I want to go south.
Maybe we should do What's Real hoodies.
There you go.
But no, man. If you guys if people started up a Kickstarter, to get gas money to support a tour comfortably, and then afterwards in exchange give them discount on tickets or different kinds of kick them out a CD or something or whatever like that, or a wristband or something like that, you can generate enough money to go and do that off a Kickstarter.
You should give them a Klondike bar.
Yeah.
People do anything for a Klondike bar.
That's a good point.
I don't think I'd do much for a Klondike bar other than pay for it.
We just brought a box of Klondike bars to every show.
I was thinking about since we have
that many people to do whatever we want.
I was thinking as well to make people even more enjoyed about playing or seeing us play is just we got that projector unit.
Yeah, get a projector. That'd be rad.
We just charge people $1 to draw on the transparency, and we'll put it up there. And they get to draw whatever they want, but it has to still say Unite or the UNiTERS on it.
Even if it's very phallic. Phallic dinosaur.
It's mad funny. So, if you guys had unlimited amount of resources, how would you guys use UNiTERS and the message behind the UNiTERS to help the general population of planet Earth?
Aside from the obvious, just unlimitedly supply the Earth with money and then oversaturate money and then everything will be free.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, that's what we're doing anyway. It's going to be okay, right?
Other than that, we would use the money to really...
free energy, yo.
That would be great.
Self-generated energy.
Free breakfast on Sunday.
Let's just...
Everybody just went outside and rode a bike that made electricity.
Yeah, you ride your bike to work, but on the way to work, you have your toaster and shit on the bike, and then it's powered by you fucking pedaling, so you can have breakfast on your way.
Pop-Tarts on the way to work, riding the bike.
It's electricity.
Someone out there is going to take that idea.
Yeah. I hope so. I want to see that shit.
That is patent.
I think it's pretty broad to say unlimited. Say somebody was funding us.
Yeah, you had
free,
something to work with.
Say we had free creative control over everything while somebody funded us and they just trusted us. I mean, we would definitely tour, but we would take our message with us in a way that it benefits places. We wouldn't just roll into town and play some gigs and sell a bunch of stuff and then peace out. That's not what we would do, but...
Well, you just gotta think it this way.
We donate a lot of it.
Well, it's also because we don't have unlimited resources either.
Yeah,
That's just a pipe dream. Right, it's like imagining if you won the lottery, what would you do with the money? You know what I'd do? It doesn't matter. So,
let's take $100 and wipe my ass.
So what you guys are talking about is community outreach programs, public work fundraisers, and stuff like that?
Yeah, certainly raising money... Getting other people to do it too. I mean, we can't do it all,
Right, of course. Well, you have to unite.
What we're trying to do is get the people to get that mindset and start groups of people who do this thing. I mean, it doesn't matter. You don't have to get arrested to clean the streets in your town. Just go do it. Our local governments should fund those things, but obviously they're not if you just drive around here. So, I mean, just do it.
I don't support artistic vandalism, but I've been to quite a few places and I've seen... Unite written in Sharpies everywhere. I don't know who's doing it, but whoever you are, continue doing it. And if you're thinking about doing it now that you heard me say this, it's only illegal if you get caught. I don't endorse it, but I'm saying maybe you should do it.
I don't know.
Off the record.
That's awesome.
That's off the record. That means it's not going to be on there.
Actually,
on
the record.
So, you could raise, have a fundraisers and stuff where if you got wristbands or something like that, you triple your money when you get something with wristbands, so you can definitely take that.
It's tripling a tiny bit of money. Profit.
It would depend on the fundraiser. Yeah, I know.
I was always thinking cock rings might be the way to go with this one.
Well, we would put that on the radio.
Everybody loves a cock ring.
It says the
loves
uniters
a
on it,
cock
and
ring.
literally
It's not
you're
like a
uniting
smoking.
your wiener with the
Vagina. The vagina.
Oh,
should
man. Okay, on that note, we got Brian Wolf, East-West Experiment, and Peaches and Crime. Do one of you guys want to kick us off?
Hello, this is Ryan, a fan of the UNiTERS, and you're listening to What's Real 607 Binghamton. Binghamton. Your source for Binghamton music.
Let's get it on!
Brian Wolf. Hello.
I'm Ricky Bobby. If you don't chew Big Red, then you.
East-West Experiment.
The reason we have 50 million problems is cause we let our guard do all the talking. The season for our better flashes frightens every room, but every day or two we have a blast, a blast. Before you brought the curtains down on the floor, distinctly remember how you said you felt when I got too loud. You transferred your feelings to me. You transferred your beauty unto an undesirable wilderness. You transferred your beauty unto an undesirable wilderness. Soon I'm walking. Soon I'm gone. Soon I'm waiting as you're gone.
Ask me about my wiener! Ask me about my wiener! Do me a favor, ask me about my wiener really quickly. Hey, ask me about my wiener!
Peaches and crime, never be a good girl.
That we are buying stores in factories where women work and bosses lock the doors. They pay the good girls pennies and pack them in real tight, and nobody will make a scene until they're set alight. So never be a good girl, does just what she should, girl. The kind of life that would be don't please me at all. Remember that a good girl does just what she should, girl, is just setting herself up to take the fall. The good girl never makes a fuss and she never complains, and bosses keep that need of mind when profits on the brains. They cram the girls in tightly upon the building's crown, so when the flames start rising up, there's only one way down. So never be a good girl, does just what she should, girl. The kind of life that would be don't please me at all. Remember that a good girl does just what she should, girl, is just setting herself up to take the fall. The problem with good girls is that good girls are cheap, and when you've not left but your faith, you've not left to believe. Oh, don't please me at all. So So girls, if you think goodness is a point of heavy pride, remember the triangle girls and remember how they died. So never be a good girl, does just what you should, girl. The kind of life that would be, don't please me at all. Remember that a good girl does just what she should, girl. It's just setting a temple to take love for.
I do have a secret question for Fred, and it's funny. And you'll love it. I just have to ask it to
You
him.
said it's about a song, right?
Yeah, it's definitely about a song. And it goes, Freddie, what did you mean by, and the morning would come when my eyes open?
It's a lyric from Sleep, and that's actually been quite the inside joke for a while now, since the first time we recorded that like 3 years ago. And the morning would come before my eyes open.
You know it's very explicit.
And people take that morning would part, and the morning would come, and
It's a surprise wake up.
What I mean is, the sun will rise, creating light in daytime, before I woke up, meaning before my eyes open.
So is that a metaphor?
So it does not mean
totally
anything.
before you woke up.
It doesn't mean anything about the peenie.
So let's talk about you as a guitarist, man, because we didn't do that question before. So when did you first start playing guitar, and your first guitar, and when you first started playing, did you think about now? Did you know?
No.
Would you just you like to play music?
Well,
Like
Jimmy
that?
fell into it similar to the way that I did, and then I fell into it a whole different way after a certain point. I started when I was 15 because my brother was taking lessons, and it was somebody that knew somebody else in the family, so they were doing it as a favor, and he wasn't going to go, and I thought that was rude of him. So instead of just leaving this guy hanging because he was offering, his teaching, I thought,
yeah, it's always good to learn.
Yeah, I thought,
definitely.
I'll just go. The guy already set time aside to do this. I'm going to go.
That's a good experience.
Yeah.
It's cool that you didn't just pass it up. You went and you did it.
Right, so I grabbed his guitar and I went, and it was really rough at first. I didn't understand even how to press the strings down. Like, it was tough. But I was really intrigued by it, so I wanted to try it. And I took lessons for only a couple of years, not really intending to do a whole lot with it until I saw live bands actually play. Like, I saw a local Battle of the Bands play and was just like, fireworks outside. Yeah. And it was fireworks. To say the least.
That was perfect.
What a coincidence.
That was perfect. You gotta leave that in there. It was like...
We'll be right back with the UNiTERS after these fireworks tracks by Steve Strauss, Skooma, and Drop Clutch.
Hey, this is Freddy from the UNiTERS. You're listening to What's Real 607, your source for Binghamton music, Binghamton.
Now let's get it back on!
Steve Strauss, Mr. Bones.
Hello, my name's Mr. Bones. Perhaps you've heard of me. I see you're all alone. I'd like to join you for tea. Congratulations, it seems you've been selected for our quick retirement plan. I've come round to collect you. I'm the rattling repo man. I'm standing at your door, but perhaps you did not hear me ringing. So my timing's poor, sue me when we get to where we're going. or challenge me to chess. To me, it's all the same. What's one soul, more or less, or by some chance you win the game. I've got a nasty reputation for getting folks depressed, but it's my cosmic station to make your life a mess. But hey, if you've got a bone to pick, well, I've got a few to lend. But you'd better make it quick, because your rope is at its end. I'm not the one to impress if you're looking to be saved. Excuse a pun, but my job tends towards matters much more grave. And yes, it bothers me to be all doom and gloom. I've been in therapy, that's how I got my sense of humor, yeah. Halloween, decked out in my top hat and my cane. In New Orleans, dancing to some Dixie jazz refrain. I do a little soft shoe, a vaudevillian dance macabre, right there on the avenue. It's the best part of the job. I love this job.
Hey, this is Jimmy Hale from the UNiTERS, and you're listening to What's Real 607 Binghamton, your source for Binghamton music.
Yeah! Skooma, Rainbolt.
I like nice tits. I always have. How about you?
I like having nice tits. Drop clutch, one bullet.
It ends here. It ends now.
So, when I was talking before, okay, so it was actually funny that those fireworks went off right then, because it was like fireworks. No, but I saw some local bands play, and I thought it was awesome, and I basically walked away saying, who wants to start a band, you know? Seeing people work together, like, all playing different instruments, it was just a concept I guess I hadn't grasped before that, and from then on, I basically just kept writing and writing music for years until I had just stumbled upon, you know, what I felt was my own thing, you know.
Well, didn't you actually just like start songwriting as it was a dare or challenge by some, I don't know who it was, but
Michael Jackson dared me to write a song better than his, so I did. That was Imposter. But that was the last time anyone dared me to do anything.
Except for when somebody dared him to punch a thing and he broke his hand.
Yeah, I did that too. No, it wasn't a dare. An ex-girlfriend of mine actually just wanted me to. Actually, that was Let's Keep It Simple. And after that, I just kept going. Couldn't stop.
Left all the girlfriends behind.
Yeah.
Heartbreaker.
So Jimmy, let's get into you, man.
What got you into playing bass, and what kind of guitar that you had at first, and what does playing bass mean to you now?
When I started playing bass, I really didn't choose to play bass. I kind of came upon it when you're just talking to somebody. I met a guy at work, and we ended up starting just a band, and I had to learn an instrument, so I ended up choosing bass because he played guitar already, and we had a friend that played drums. But after that point, I ended up just going through a couple other bands and eventually just building up my style and just building up just the drive to actually want to play music more and start to create my own. I didn't actually start writing my own bass lines until this band, and that's why I appreciate it a lot more at this time because I'm coming to my own style. But around the time when I started, though, I had a Kramer bass, and those are kind of like Squires, I guess, but not as good. And I ended up picking up a Fender P bass after that and just really getting into Fender, so don't really look back from there. And it's pretty much...
What kind of bass rig you got?
I have a Mesa Boogie 4x10, and then I have a crappy PV head. I want to replace that with a new Ampeg head. And just working on actually building a bass. It's just something to do, something to learn. It's always a nice little trait to have in life.
Right.
Just like playing music for like the longest time. I think I'm going on a little over a decade. Just learning how to play that. Just going along and playing with various bands is horrible. And then it's kind of like when I ended up meeting Fred to play the music itself. I really enjoyed just what I heard and how he wrote, just his style in general. And that drew me and kind of inspired me in a way to want to evolve musically, so I just kept practicing. And for a while I was going to BCC, just dabbling in music theory and all that, and trying to get my hands on options and just trying to develop myself. And
you're going to BCC for music?
No, I went to BCC and I took some of the music programs while I was going there just to fulfill a random requirement.
That's excellent. That means that you were doing it on your own terms. That's good.
Exactly. Like when I did it twice. Like the first time going through it, it was kind of a chore because at that point I really didn't want to learn anything, and I was being a little passé about the music itself. Be like, I'd like to do this, but they were requiring you to do so much, and they weren't going along the lines of bass players really. It's like, you want to learn guitar or something? You want to learn classical guitar? And I'm just like, no, not really. I want to do something cool. And then ended up just going from there. Just dropped out of school and ended up playing music for a while. And then here I am. I like the music I play. Like, it's enjoyable if you can actually sit in your car or just sit at home and listen to music and still get that same feeling that you did when you heard it for the first time and still enjoy playing it, listening to it. It's a good thing. So
that's excellent to have that. That's really good.
Yes.
Yeah, for like a few months straight.
I always like listening to
in Jimmy's car. It's the only CD that was in Jimmy's car forever.
Lately, though, we've been writing music, and it's actually turned out to be really good. Like, Freddy is excellent when it comes down to it. Like, this stuff is unbelievable what he's coming up with because you wouldn't expect it. And it's nothing I ever heard before, and that's the thing that I like about it. Like, I remember going to Warped Tour one year, and all the bands, they walk around and ask you, want to hear what we sound like? And, like, the one question I asked them is pretty much, why do you have to sound like anybody? Why can't you just sound like yourselves? Can't you just develop yourselves to be something that isn't like the norm? And that's what I think everybody should strive to do. And we're actually, a lot of bands are accomplishing that here in Binghamton.
Would you like to give a shout out to a couple of bands?
Actually, I would like to give a couple shout outs. Now, if you guys are familiar, it's Skooma, their guitarist Steve. He's great. He plays open mics, a lot of awesome. Yeah, they're really great guys, and when Skooma plays together, they're a phenomenal band, like all instrumental. I think it was Steve's side project who was singing in it.
Well, the Quantum, man.
Yeah,
Quantum's really good too. We got to get some of their stuff.
And there's a few bands out there. We play with Forest Friends. They're pretty interesting. Like, it brings me back to the 60s, 70s feel of music, and it's kind of great to hear that kind of stuff coming out of people these days. Doesn't hurt that I work with them. Yes, and our friend Ryan Vasquez from Texas. He is in West Texas Hell. He's great because him and Fred have actually worked well together for a while. We kind of wanted him to move up here and play guitar with us, but his job being down in Texas, it gets rather hectic that he can't even come up here. That's not a bad thing, he's great. His music's phenomenal, kind of really pop rocky. Yeah.
Is that what it's under, Rick Vasquez?
Ryan Vasquez.
Is that what it's under, Ryan Vasquez?
Just look up West Texas Hell on YouTube. You'll find some videos. There's a couple with him and Fred, and they're pretty sweet. I remember...
He does a few covers of Fred songs.
Well, Fred actually went to Texas, and that's when he wrote No. And I believe he told a story about it, and pretty much it's a great little take, because Ryan just plays this nice little kind of classical lead along the lines to Fred's classical leads that he plays as well, so it works very well with the rhythm and everything. And a lot of the songs, you go on there and he covers a lot of UNiTERS songs because he's a UNiTERS fan too, and I believe him and Fred started playing guitar about the same time too. But definitely check out West Texas Hell. Anything by Mike Burrell or Dave Rice is pretty sweet, especially Basement Audio. Go check them out. And then there's Crossfire Recording, and that's Nick Kilmer. He plays guitar for Nova City, and their singer's actually really good. She works the crowd, as I've been told multiple times. I have seen it. She's a very talented singer, and everybody in that band is really, really nice. They, always have us just bring our instruments. It's easy, so we don't have to haul in equipment, which is a nice thing. And yeah, that's pretty much that. I remember Fred plugged the Dude Beard Pirate comic, and we did the pirate song, and Nick recorded that. We had a lot of fun doing that, and should definitely...
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, I'll definitely give that to you, because that song's great. I know you can find it on our Facebook.
That's cool.
It's www.facebook.com/UNiTERS, and I believe that's it. I don't go on Facebook that much.
Yeah, I hear that.
We'll be right back with the UNiTERS after this short musical break. Fred, you want to kick us off?
Hello, how are you? This is Freddy. Well, hello there. This is Freddy from the UNiTERS.
We should make it sound like a sex line.
Hey. Oh, yeah. This is Freddy from the UNiTERS. Hey. I gotta do it. Everyone just try not to laugh. Hey. This is Freddy from the UNiTERS.
Man, funny though. No, you did it.
You're listening.
Think about us. Just think about what you're saying.
You're listening to What's Real 607, Binghamton. Your source for Binghamton music.
Atlas Arrow's Hands I Know.
To the wind, but caution as you throw it to the wind, but you never follow through. Let it go, let it go. It gets lost in all these echoes. To the wind, but you never follow through. And every time that I'm lost in the woods, I'll find another route. You raise caution as you throw it to the wind, but you never follow through. Let it go, let it go. It gets lost in all these echoes.
What's wrong with saying, hey, nice tits? When did that go out the window?
Freaks of the Forest, Dead and Morbid.
Contradicting my own thoughts, waiting for this anger to subside beneath the wings, stretching flames of madness. Run away to sacrifice all you care for in this life. Cradle rock within your reach, all your dreams are broken. Focus on the sky when it seems so gray and big. Thoughts that come to mind are much better left unsaid. The reasons left unheard, the answers left unfound, the odds that haven't seen, dead and morbid. Vulture circle up above, while you're weeping in your sleep, breaking down these gentle lies, marked within these worn-down streets. Run away to see beyond, innocent eyes in the sky. Fill this absence with a void, and this void with absence. Focus on the sky when it seems so gray and big. Thoughts that come to mind are much better left unsaid. The reasons left unheard, the answers left unfound, the odds that haven't seen, dead and morbid. Dead and morbid. Dead and morbid. Dead and morbid. Focus on the sky when it seems so gray and big. Thoughts that come to mind are much better left unsaid. The reasons left unheard, the answers left unfound, the odds that haven't seen, dead and morbid. Oh, morbid, dead and morbid, dead and
Mr. Walkway. Mr. Walk Down Me, I'm the walkway. Lead me to the building. Fuck you.
Lila Ignite. This is not a threat, but a promise. Greg, can you tell us about the projects that you've been involved with and how you first met Fred?
All right. Well, I've been in a lot of projects, and just all different types of music. I'm into basically anything I can get my hands into. I'm into, So I've been in like metal projects. I've been in hip hop projects. I've been in some jazz projects. Rock, anything, almost anything, you name it. As far as Fred, he and I used to rent studio space from the same building.
Where was that at? Was that Nightpen?
That was at Nightpen.
Nightpen Trade Center, yeah.
And I had met him even before. Actually, I think I met him even before that through a buddy of ours, Kyle O'Neill. And so like we met then, and then we just kept on running into each other, And then we just...
It's a small town, so yeah, it's about to happen eventually.
Yeah, and then we just, decided to
What does being in the UNiTERS mean to you as a drummer?
It means that I can really kind of cut loose sometimes, and because more or less, I'm kind of a jazz-based drummer, and our music sort of lends to folk and sort of a jazz kind of a feel.
Yeah,
so
folk slam rock,
yeah. There's a lot of different elements.
Yeah, that's cool.
Involved. I'm 28 years old. Basically, it started with one of my babysitters. She noticed that I like to, drum on things. So she said something to me one day that I should, try it out. So eventually, in elementary school, I tried it out. I really didn't, take it too seriously until I got into middle school, and then I got my first drum set there. And when I was in middle school, and it was a crappy piece of shit set. It was only $50. It was part of an older type set. It was a Slingerland. It was an old Slingerland that was just dilapidated, and someone tried to put it back together, but really poorly. So, but that aside, I didn't really have much when I first started. And when I practiced to music. So I had like a set of headphones.
That's important,
yeah, a set of headphones, a CD player, what have you, and I would play and listen at the same time. I've got a couple that were just, like beginner sets that I just, if I have to leave a set someplace to practice, those are the ones I leave. I got a Yamaha set that I like, but it's only for like small places. I got a Pearl, I got a couple Ludwigs, and that basically sums up what I have.
Tell us what you listen to out of the local scene, or what you grew up with out of the mainstream as you were coming up.
Well, Fred and I have this lending to Queen. Like, we both really like Queen. And actually, that's what I used to practice when I was in high school and middle school. And that just kind of what got the basics down for me.
Yeah, I used to have News of the World. I had that on cassette tape.
Yeah.
And I played the hell out of that. That was pretty cool. Because that had We Will Rock You On it, and We Are the Champions, and I listened to Emerald Bar a lot and stuff, and and Sheer Heart Attack. That was a cool track.
Yeah. And then later for me, it was the Mars Volta, because I got into really musician-y, type stuff. Really good techniques and stuff with that kind of genre. Buddy Rich and the Buddy Rich Band, that was pretty big for me. That's where my jazz roots come from. There was a Dave Matthews Band. That was pretty.
They're a good band.
They're a really good band, and actually, I used to practice to them a lot when I was in high school too, and that's really a lot of where I get myself from too.
That'd be great to be able to see you guys open up for Dave Matthews Band one day. Actually, that would fit really well, probably.
Probably, yeah.
That'd be excellent. Well, you never know what's going to happen. Just dream big.
Yeah.
What would you like to see happen in the music scene in Binghamton?
Well, I think it's already starting to happen, and I think it's going to happen more and more. I've noticed more recently a lot more people coming to shows. It might just be the venue that we play at, or it may just be the night, or that it's for right now it's warm out. But places like Fitzy's or like the Belmar. Just loads and loads of people come. Not just open mic night, but just to come and see shows. Pig roasts. what have you. And that's what I like to see. I mean, I like to see people getting together and starting a community within a community, you know?
Yeah, I can dig it.
Yeah.
Well, Belmar Chorus and Boar has turned into a real big thing. I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. I think that's... and it's been an annual thing for quite a bit, you know, so it's got a lot of buzz.
Yeah. And we want to, you know, kind of baby these new songs because, I mean, some of the recordings that we've gotten, you know, elsewhere previously, they were good for what they were, but they just didn't embody what we really needed the music to convey. So we took some time, we hunkered down, and, you know, we just give each and every one of these songs its individual attention that it needs, you know, so that we can make the most out of the recording and the most out of the feelings that go into the recording. Because, I mean, it's the more organic and genuine it is, the better the message is conveyed, I think.
Exactly. You guys are recording a lot out of Crossfire now, right?
No, we've done some recording at Crossfire, which we've been very happy with. These last 3 tracks were recorded with Dave Rice at Basement Audio. But, I mean, yeah, we recorded our pre-production album before we went on to another studio, and we did that through Crossfire first, before we headed down over there. But in either case, great studio, great guy.
Look, man, yeah, we definitely appreciate coming on the show and giving us the interview and letting us know what's going on. You know, thanks for being here, dude. I really appreciate it. It means everything to me, and I'm sure it means quite a bit to a lot of people out there.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, man. Anytime.
Cool. You want to tell us about No? You want to introduce No?
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you something about it?
Tell us about it, man.
Okay. No is one of our more progressive songs. It's got a lot of different elements, you know. But I think it comes from a really good place, you know, even with what it talks about. And it was one of the songs that I most enjoyed recording, just because there was just so much going on. Cool. It's just, you know, there was just never a dull moment in it.
And with that being said, let me proudly introduce a new track by the UNiTERS, No, on What's Real 607 Binghamton, your source for Binghamton music.
Well, I don't know just where to begin. The weather's changed, but I'm not ready to forgive again. I'm here to do my own thing, wandering place to place, just to be myself. I brought an army here to end the war. We don't have weapons, we play music that'll hurt you more. I won't speak in riddles, but I won't speak too much. Let's get out of here. I'm not here to hide. In this moment, I'm willing to die. So are we really gonna do this? I don't know. Or will we hear the story? There's only one way out. It's death or glory.
Obsessions focus on the human in a different skin, a different kind of life. And I don't really think that's right. I may be never coming back until I'm proven right. I wanna break every string on every strum until I see I've expressed the way I feel to everyone and everything. So are we really gonna do this? Well, I don't know. Or will we hear the story? There's only one way out now. It's death or glory.
What the hell are you?
What's the Real 607 Binghamton? Your source for Binghamton music. 100% real, raw, and uncensored.
What does Marcellus Wallace look like? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
What's the Real 607 Binghamton? Your source for Binghamton music. 100% real, raw, and uncensored.
Well, that'll bring us an end to episode number 58 of What's Real 607 Binghamton, your source for Binghamton music. We had an amazing time with the UNiTERS. We want to thank them again for being on our show. We do this for all of you guys, all the musicians out there in the greater Binghamton area. You guys put a lot of hard work, energy, and love into what you guys do, and we thank you so much for it. So, if you're making music in the greater Binghamton area, send us your tracks at what'sreal607binghamton@gmail.com. We'll be sure to get your music up on our show. Keep an eye out for What's Real 607 New York, Planet Earth source for 607 music. We're going to be opening up our floodgates to the entire 607 area code and repping all of the music going on in the 607. Hell yeah. That'll be around September 1st. Check us out on UNIRO1 Radio or Social Network Radio Indie, or you can check out our show directly on YouTube and check out our slideshows and all of the cool interactive stuff that we're also doing as well. And be sure to tune in next week. Maybe we'll have another interview. Maybe we can go set something up. If you're a band out there checking our show out in the greater Binghamton area, let us know if you want to do an interview. We'll get you right on the show, and we'll take care of that pronto. So, I'm the dude. I'm out of here. Peace!
Take care now. Bye-bye then.